listening to the weekly recap here on the Spartan Sports Network. And now, here's your host, Walt Fowler.
And this is the Spartan Sports Network weekly recap for the first week in October. We start with why not the hottest team on campus right now, talking about men's soccer. And what a week it was. Chalk up 2 more wins for Graham Brown's men's soccer squad. They beat Roberts Wesleyan 1-0 on Thursday. Federico Scaglione, the lone goal in that game, Scaglione's 3rd of the season for the Spartans. Goalkeeper Jack Nicholson had 1 save. With that win, the Spartans improved to 7-2-1 overall and 3-1 in the conference. It was their 4th straight win. Then, on Sunday, the Spartans win a thriller, an absolute thriller in overtime, 2-1 over NYIT, the New York Institute of Technology. Brad Neal scoring tied the game in the second half. Neal with his goal on an assist assisted by Scaglione. And then in overtime, Lachlan Wilkinson delivers the game winner, assisted by George Youssef. The crowd goes crazy. Spartans jump on the field and they win it. They improved to 8-2-1 with the 2-1 overtime win over NYIT. The Spartans also improved to 4-1 in the conference. It was their 5th straight win. And I caught up with Lachlan Wilkinson, the talented junior from Australia, moments after he netted the game winner. Lachlan, just tell me about the last sequence and the goal.
It was a great ball by George with the follow-up, and it was an unreal feeling. And, can't no words.
And you guys came back nice. I mean, you were down most of the game, and then you score late in the second half, and then you get the game winner against a very good team. Tell me about that feeling.
I think the subs did a good job today. Cliff and Felipe, coming on, doing a good job up top, hustling. All the subs did a good job. Nicholson did a good job in goals. Just overall good team performance today.
And your thoughts on riding a 5-game winning streak, you keeping it alive?
Yeah, as I said, starts from the back with Nicholson and all the way through. I think doing a good job this season. Hopefully it carries on.
All right. Thanks a lot and congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Stack Junior Lachlan Wilkinson after his game winner against NYIT. Up next for the men's soccer squad, they take on Malloy at Malloy. That is Saturday, October 13th, so they get a good rest, and then they will shoot for their 6th straight win. As for women's soccer, mixed results this past week. The women's soccer squad won against Roberts Wesleyan 1-0. Mackenzie Moreau with the lone goal in that game. Goalkeeper Courtney Dumaine had 6 saves that improved the women's soccer squad to 5-3-1. The Spartans 2-2-1 in conference play. On Sunday, Spartans come up on the short side against NYIT. The women's squad losing 1-0. So now the Spartans women's team 5-4-1 overall, still impressive. 2-3-1 in conference play. Up next for the Spartans women's soccer squad, they will be home versus Holy Family on Wednesday, October 10th. Let's talk some ice hockey. The men's ice hockey squad, a big win Friday night versus Columbia as they win 6-4. Zach Teets scores twice for the Spartans. Pat Burns, Tyler Brooks, Giancarlo Di Lorenzo, Sean Benson also score. So the Spartans men's ice hockey team light the lamp 6 times against Columbia, and they win 6-4. For the result of the Spartans Sunday night game against Fordham, check the website, the Stack website hockey page on Monday for the final of the Sunday night game against Fordham. How about the cross-country team, men's and women's, looking good at the NJIT Highlander Challenge in Newark. The women place 3 runners in the top 10 in the 5K. Ada Torpy leading the way for the Spartans with a time of 19:14. She placed 6th overall. Abigail Kimbrell right behind Ada with a time of 19:18, placing 7th. And right behind Abigail, Rebecca McLeod as she clocked in at 19:25. So the women finished 6th, 7-8, and they finished second in the Division II, Division III standings in that competition, behind only Lock Haven. As for the men's 8K at the Highlander Challenge in Newark, finishing in the top 10, Nick Martello. His time, 26:28. Right behind Martello, finishing 11th, the Spartans' Aiden Russell at 26:41. And behind Aiden, finishing 12th, Ian Murtile, as he clocked in at 26:48. On to women's tennis this past week. Bittersweet for the women's tennis squad. They chalked up a win versus Caldwell, winning 6-1. Stack won 5 of 6 singles matches in that match. They improved to 3-5 overall, 2-4 in conference play. Then in a non-conference matchup, they lost to Post 5-2. So now the women's tennis squad 3-6 overall and 2-4 in conference play. Up next for the women's tennis team, Tuesday, they will be home against the University of Sciences. Men's tennis, they had one match that was scheduled Saturday. However, that wound up getting postponed due to rain. That was supposed to be at Ramapo, and a date to be rescheduled. There has yet to be a date for a rescheduled match against Ramapo. Field hockey, tough week for the field hockey team, tough season. 3 matches, 3 games, and the field hockey squad comes up on the short side in all 3, losing at LIU Post on Monday, then Thursday, losing a tough one to Bentley 3-2, and then losing again Sunday to St. Anselm 6-1. The field hockey team now 3-10 on the season. Up next, field hockey plays at Mercy, that game on Wednesday, October 10th. That wraps up the weekly recap for the first week of October. I'm your host, Walt Fowler. See you next week on the Spartans Sports Network.